Get ready to be amazed. If you love fun facts and want to keep discovering more, hit like and subscribe now to Zarpado. Let's begin. In Beijing, a half marathon took place where humanoid robots of different sizes competed on parallel tracks, supported by human trainers with technical stops to change batteries and perform checkups, although several fell right at the start. The winning robot Tiangong Ultra crossed the finish line in 2 hours and 40 minutes, far from the human record time, but still impressive, aiming to boost the advancement of robotics in China. The iconic Museo Ghibli in Japan offers a unique experience, where staff had the incredible idea of posting videos of its exhibits during closure, allowing anime fans to visit through YouTube. And this innovation democratized access to the famous animation studio's museum, making Japanese culture more accessible worldwide during times of health restrictions. A flight from Tokyo to San Francisco in just 83 seconds was captured by combining more than 340 separate photographs of the journey, with stunning views changing at an incredibly fast pace recorded aboard a Boeing 747. From Narita Airport in Tokyo to the city of San Francisco, this time-lapse photography technique compresses hours of flight into a compact, hypnotic visual experience. The treadmill staircase is another design by the ingenious and comedic Colin Furze, whose main purpose is to exercise and lose weight in a rather unique way, featuring a multi-level motor system and a 45-degree incline. And it definitely looks fun for a home cardio routine, but it has a considerable chance of causing injuries, making it more conceptual art than practical gym equipment. Engineers created a massive barbecue using the fuselage of an airplane, measuring 39 feet long and 16 feet tall, cooking around 500 hamburgers per hour on 6 independent grills built by Delta Airlines. It shows how retired aircraft parts can have a creative second life as giant industrial cooking equipment for corporate events, highlighting innovative reuse of aeronautical materials for unexpected culinary purposes. The Tree Hotel is an incredible structure located in Sweden, where all rooms are suspended above the trees, with unusual appearances, allowing guests to sleep in a UFO-shaped room or a completely mirrored cube. It was created by European architects using fully eco-friendly materials, promoting sustainable tourism and offering unique lodging experiences integrated with Nordic nature. The Colosso Electric Tower was designed to resemble a giant neon robot capable of expressing moods created in Buenos Aires by Doma, an Argentine artistic collective standing nearly 492 feet tall with strategically placed neon lights. It transforms electrical infrastructure into interactive urban art, becoming especially impressive at night when it glows, creating gesture patterns on the robot's face, demonstrating how public utilities can become contemporary cultural expression. Tuhan Humala, a Belgian university student, wanted to relive one of his best childhood memories by creating the largest Game Boy in the world, measuring 3 feet 4 inches tall, 2 feet wide, and 8 inches deep. Inside, it contains a real Game Boy, serving as the brain connected to a Raspberry Pi, with a mono-speaker functional screen and original controls showcasing impressive nostalgic engineering. Daniel Schiffer shows a spectacular pizza commercial for the restaurant Paula in Toronto, and all the work behind it, from sound effects to camera movements, color grading, and editing. He reveals that even if the final result looks simple, it requires intense professional production, exposing the hidden complexity behind seemingly straightforward advertising content. And the Astrobees are cube-shaped robots operating in zero gravity, designed by NASA for the International Space Station, performing routine tasks like inventory and documenting experiments with built-in cameras working autonomously. The 3 robots measure about 12 inches wide and are named Honey, Queen, and Bumble, demonstrating robotic assistance that free valuable astronaut time for more complex scientific research in low Earth orbit. Elizabeth Bond holds the record for creating the largest knitting needles in the world, measuring 14 feet 6.33 inches long, each with a diameter of about 3.5 inches. They were designed for her art degree in 2017, demonstrating how unusual artistic projects can break world records. In Belgium, there is a car cemetery in the middle of a forest where rusted models abandoned decades ago can be found, known as the Châtillon car graveyard. The most repeated story says the vehicles belonged to American soldiers who could not take them home at the end of World War II, turning it into a popular urban exploration attraction. Alvaro de la Paz and Hector Ruiz transformed gasoline vehicles into electric ones, producing cars that run without fuel from old automobiles, having converted more than 12 models in 10 years. They hope their idea becomes popular so more people create cars that do not harm the environment, promoting ecological conversion of the existing vehicle fleet. And the Deep brand is a robotic pool cue equipped with a digital camera that records the table and through a computer system compares images and automatically aligns the best shot. You no longer need to know how to play billiards to be an expert, as technology does it for you, removing the traditional learning curve while reducing the human skill factor. The mother of Mara Wilson passed away from cancer before the premiere of Matilda, so she never saw her daughter's first leading role. But Danny DeVito personally showed her the film before her death. He and his wife also cared for Mara while her mother was hospitalized, portraying the worst father on screen, yet being an example of kindness in real life. Dr. Bert Madison, age 58, says nothing compares to leaving an exhausting clinic shift and heading to the parking lot to perform intense skateboard tricks, combining his medical career with his passion for skateboarding. He explains that skating after work helps him relieve stress, proving that personal passions and professional careers can coexist in a healthy life balance. Braille Waterland is considered the only underwater nightclub in the world captured on video by Adam Stern off the coast of Bali, featuring 140 divers dancing underwater around a disco ball. Unofficially, they achieved a record for the largest number of people free diving at the same time in the same place, combining party entertainment and underwater sport in an innovative way. Wanda Dolphin Bay Dream is a water park built in China that now stands abandoned, though its appearance still draws attention after costing millions of dollars. The site had years of success, but was shut down due to legal debts, leaving behind an eerie atmosphere, caused by neglect, becoming an example of frustrated architectural ambition and fascinating urban decay. One Kitty Westonier, known as Miss Kitty, is a 70-year-old woman dedicated to BMX racing who began competing at 40, turning it into her favorite pastime. Despite her age, she has no plans to leave the track, paving the way for generations of women and girls to feel inspired and fight for what they love. At New York airports, any food found illegally is confiscated to protect United States agriculture, first placed in a contraband bin, and then sent to an industrial grinder. It is literally shredded one by one in a fascinating food safety control process that prevents the introduction of pests and agricultural diseases, potentially devastating to the national economy. James Hawley created a small space shuttle project that turned out to be a fraud, powered by a 4-cell battery, supplying energy to 2 motors after months of design work. Despite his effort, none of the attempts were successful, becoming a clear example of an unstable rocket and showing that homemade aerospace engineering faces complex and significant technical challenges. Brian Pesci is a full-time adventurer with more than 500 parachute jumps, seeking greater thrills by climbing from the cabin to the wing while the airplane turned. He held on with one hand while upside down before dropping into the California sky, demonstrating extreme courage and mastery of dangerous aerial sports. Leonardo is a robot that walks and flies, merging both abilities into one device created by engineers at California Institute of Technology, using 2 legs for walking, supported by rotors. It can skateboard and perform slack lines, showing hybrid skills between ground locomotion and aerial movement, representing a significant advancement in bipedal robotics with integrated flight capability. Zach Swope set a Guinness World Records record in 2023 by watching 77 movies in theaters, with Puss in Boots: The Last Wish being the one he watched the most at 47 viewings, spending countless hours in cinema seats. To follow the record rules, he could not use his phone or fall asleep during screenings, turning the feat into a true test of endurance and love for film. The team from Braille Skateboarding created a curious glass skateboard to test unusual materials in this extreme sport. Although everything seemed fine at first, it ended up shattering after the first trick. Fortunately, no one was injured, proving that glass is not a suitable material for skateboards, while highlighting the experimental spirit of pushing material limits in extreme sports. 9 firefighters and a professional animal rescue service saved a large rat stuck in a manhole cover in a German town, taking 25 minutes to free it and let it return to the sewers. It shows that German emergency services respond even to rodent rescues, applying the same professionalism as in human operations and demonstrating institutionalized compassion and dedication to protecting all life regardless of species or size. Cats cannot perceive sweet flavors due to a genetic mutation that prevents their taste buds from detecting sugar, which makes sense because in the wild their diet is 100% carnivorous. Instead, their tongues are highly sensitive to amino acids found in meat and fish. So your cat will keep staring at you with indifference, no matter how much you try to share your dessert. Globular springtail are the fastest animals in the world. These tiny creatures have fascinated biologists after being studied in entomology laboratories and filmed with high-resolution cameras. Researchers observed that these arthropods possess a spring-loaded tail, which they slam against the ground, spinning their bodies at more than 350 rotations per second, demonstrating astonishing rotational acceleration. The Tupolev Tu-144 was the first supersonic aircraft designed to transport passengers. Its first prototype was presented in 1968 independently by the Soviet Union, and it featured 4 afterburning turbojet engines. It was capable of exceeding the speed of sound, but due to high production and development costs, along with operational limitations, it was eventually discontinued and rivaled by the Western Concorde. The Bugatti La Voiture Noire is the most expensive car in the world, with a price of 11 million euros. Wrapped in carbon fiber with a design that blends modern lines and classic Bugatti features, this automobile represents the pinnacle of French automotive engineering, combining extreme luxury, unmatched performance, and absolute exclusivity as a rolling masterpiece of industrial design. Super Nintendo World is a theme park dedicated to Mario fans that opened at Universal Studios Japan in February 2021, featuring attractions such as Mario Kart-inspired Mario Kart, Koopa's Challenge, and Yoshi Adventure. Ticket prices vary depending on age, and if you do not want to travel to Japan, you can visit Epic Universe in Orlando, where the park is also opening. Crisina limbata is a beetle that looks like it is made of pure silver, shining deep in Central American jungles, with a metallic glow that allows it to camouflage perfectly among wet, glossy leaves. Despite its jewel-like appearance, it is completely harmless, living a quiet life, enjoying nighttime feasts of leaves with its shine caused by microscopic structures in its exoskeleton. Bocca della Verità is a mysterious Roman sculpture located in Rome, famous for the legend that if you lie with your hand inside, it will bite you. Although this is only a superstition and thousands of tourists visit it each year. Its origin remains uncertain, possibly having been a manhole cover, but its fame grew after appearing in the film Roman Holiday in 1953, where myth, art, and history meet. Bossaball is a sport that combines elements of soccer, gymnastics, and volleyball, played on an inflatable court with trampolines. It originated in Spain and became popular for its cultural richness. During matches, the referee plays samba music to give rhythm to the game, synchronizing sport with music and creating a unique athletic and cultural experience. A boy created incredible extensions for the Nintendo Switch using Lego pieces, along with parts he made with a 3-dimensional printer. It works as a stand for playing at a distance while holding custom controllers he built himself. His creativity in designing these inventions went viral, demonstrating how 3-dimensional printing democratizes customization of consumer technology. Victoria amazonica is the largest water lily in the world, a rare plant common in the Amazon, though it can also be found in India and Thailand. It can reach about 3 feet in diameter with stems up to 26 feet long. This plant has enormous thorns that prevent fish from eating it, and its floating leaves can support significant weight, making it an icon of Amazonian flora. Deadpan Henry Nobody Jr. created a completely unique art performance called Reassemblage, aiming to represent everyday human life in a peculiar way, describing humorously and disturbingly the darker side of American pop culture. It involves making a physical collage directly on a person's body or face, using strange or discarded objects, creating unsettling body art. Engineers at Sierra Space developed a technology that extracts oxygen from lunar regolith, the fine dust filled with metals and minerals, by heating it and adding chemical reactants releasing oxygen that could allow astronauts to breathe. It could also be used to manufacture fuel and structures using lunar resources, which would be cheaper than transporting everything from Earth. Although challenges such as operating in low gravity remain, showing that science is advancing steadily toward lunar colonization. The water opossum is a semi-aquatic marsupial found in tropical lakes, rivers, and streams from Mexico to Argentina. It has developed short, dense fur that repels water as well as large feet for swimming. Remarkably, its young remain dry because the pouch stays sealed underwater, demonstrating a unique evolutionary adaptation for an aquatic lifestyle among marsupials. The Shapeshifter bike is one of the most dynamic bicycles ever created, designed by engineer Colin Furze, using a hydraulic frame system that allows the bike's geometry to change by several inches, shortening or lengthening sections without stopping. Unfortunately, it is not very stable or suitable for all types of cycling, but it showcases innovation in adaptive bicycle design and hints at the future of configurable personal vehicles. One of the most expensive jackets in the world was worn by Kurt Cobain during his performance on MTV Unplugged in 1993. It was an olive green cardigan with loose buttons and unwashed fabric, which made it even more authentic. In 2019, the garment was auctioned for $334,000, becoming one of the most valuable pieces of clothing in rock history and a symbol of an era. The Koenigsegg Regera sports car has been recognized for its impressive performance in acceleration and braking tests, setting a world record in September 2019 by reaching 249 miles per hour in 22.87 seconds. It came to a complete stop in 8.62 seconds, an extraordinary feat of high-performance automotive engineering that demonstrates the extreme limits of modern hybrid supercar technology. John Collins is the world record holder for paper airplane flight, known by the nickname the Paper Airplane Guy, whose obsession began in childhood while studying origami and aerodynamics. In his quest to design the most sophisticated paper airplanes in the world, he has become internationally recognized for his unique creations, demonstrating extreme dedication to an apparently simple art. Blind football is a unique tradition that emerged in Brazil, where people with visual impairments found a distinctive way to practice the sport that moves the nation by relying on their sense of hearing. They play with a ball containing 6 bells inside, allowing players to locate it by sound, showing how sports can be adapted to be inclusive while maintaining competitiveness and excitement. Flyability developed a drone designed to rescue people in emergency situations, featuring a freely rotating spherical cage, bringing hope to improved mountain search and rescue teams. Its capabilities were tested over inaccessible crevasses in the Swiss Alps, capturing images from dozens of yards above the surface and transmitting them live thanks to a high-resolution camera, becoming a vital tool for rescue operations. The Chinese tradition of mochitsuki is an ancient practice centered on preparing and sharing the dessert mochi, a mixture made from rice pounded until it becomes a sticky dough ready for baking. Although its preparation has evolved over the years, certain restaurants preserve the traditional method, keeping Japanese culinary heritage alive. The Lego sorting machine made of Lego is a clever and entertaining solution to organizing its own pieces, created by Daniel West and powered by artificial intelligence. This design contains 10,000 Lego bricks, and took about 2 years to complete, proving undeniably useful and effective, demonstrating how Lego can serve not only as a toy, but as a functional platform for real automation. Honey is a natural delicacy with incredible properties, yet what few people know is that technically it is bee vomit. When bees collect nectar from flowers, they store it in a special stomach called a crop, then regurgitate it in the hive, passing it from bee to bee until it reaches the ideal consistency and finally deposit it into honeycombs to mature, giving it its unique flavor and remarkable durability. Bart Coppens is a man who raises giant moths as pets, being an animal lover, particularly fond of these winged insects, sharing all kinds of related content on his YouTube channel. He even shows every stage of their growth, from tiny larvae to full metamorphosis, educating viewers about entomology and the life cycles of giant lepidopterans. David Parker built a full-size canoe almost entirely out of paper, using a real boat as a mold and applying approximately 12 layers of paper over the entire structure, plus 2 layers of fiberglass cloth. He then added a thin wooden frame to prevent water from entering, proving that seemingly fragile materials can become functional and durable with innovative construction techniques. Phil Tippett is dedicated to building incredible stop-motion animations by hand participating in major productions such as Star Wars, Jurassic Park, and RoboCop, where his passion for animation began at the age of 5. Since then, he knew he wanted to work in film, and the worlds he creates with his hands and imagination are truly astonishing, influencing generations of animators. Creative Dave built a Mars rover car for children, a fun, kid-friendly design inspired by the Mars exploration vehicle, featuring 6 brightly colored, fully motorized wheels, whose entire creation process can be found on his YouTube channel. The project teaches children about space engineering and robotics in an accessible way, inspiring the next generation of engineers and scientists through interactive educational play. Mauricio de Balma is an extreme athlete who came close to death, managing to complete 8 spins in the air in just 5 seconds before deploying his parachute during an acrobatic jump in Southern Europe. He felt fully confident performing this jump, especially considering he has more than 4,000 successful jumps in his professional skydiving record, demonstrating experience and precision in extreme aerial sports. Factum Arte is a Spanish company dedicated to creating replicas of world-famous artworks approved by prestigious galleries, focusing on protecting and preserving cultural heritage using advanced technology. They can produce nearly identical reproductions, allowing museums to display perfect replicas, while originals are preserved under optimal conservation conditions, preventing deterioration from public exposure. On the completely white Rubik's Cube, distinguished only by different material textures, was created in 2019 using synthetic leather wallpaper, plastic faux fur silicone, and Velcro, producing distinct tactile sensations, making it ideal for people with visual impairments. It sells for $50, demonstrating innovation in accessibility within logic games, allowing blind or low-vision individuals to enjoy the mental challenge of the cube exclusively through touch. Chicken is the king of global consumption, as every year around 75 billion chickens are slaughtered to feed the world population, revealing the enormous weight poultry farming has on our tables. From homemade recipes to fast food menus, chicken dominates kitchens across cultures, inviting reflection on the global impact of our dietary choices. The mantis is the largest robot in the world, featuring 6 legs that allow it to move objects and transport people inside its cabin, and it can be operated manually or via Wi-Fi. Its creator, Matt Denton, built it using a 2.2-liter turbo diesel engine, standing nearly 10 feet tall and weighing about 4,190 pounds, representing an impressive achievement in recreational robotic engineering. Ladylike Kid, age 24, takes hairstyles to a completely different level, shaping horses, monkeys, trumpets, and more, using only her hair and braiding skills to create unique figures, mainly inspired by African tribes. The designer uses not only her own hair, but also wool extensions and wire-turning hair into living sculpture that celebrates African cultural heritage. The Space Ladder is a bicycle model manufactured in the 1940s with a very unusual appearance created during the height of the space race between the United States and the Soviet Union. Its structural concept was entirely futuristic, but it became a commercial failure, eventually turning into a collectible vintage item representing the space age in personal transportation design. Embossing is a fascinating artistic technique that transforms ordinary surfaces into works with impressive textures and raised relief, simulating sculpted painting through heat or pressure, creating a three-dimensional effect on paper, fabric, or wood. Popular in scrapbooking, it is also used by visual artists to add depth to their creations, and in graphic design to highlight logos, valued for its sensory impact that can not only be seen, but also touched. The Motorola Aura was one of the most expensive phones of 2008, priced at $2,000, which very few people could afford due to its extremely high cost combined with the global economic recession. It was a high-quality device, and some units still function today, being remembered as a symbol of telephone luxury in the pre-smartphone era, demonstrating exceptional durability. In Tokyo, piezoelectric tiles have been installed that convert each footstep into energy, placed in high-traffic areas such as Shibuya Station, where the tiles generate electricity when pressed by pedestrians. The energy produced is stored and used to power lighting screens or USB chargers, serving as an ecological and educational initiative that pushes Tokyo toward a more sustainable future, while raising awareness about energy generated in everyday life. Kazuki Kitagawa is a 38-year-old musician who transforms giant crustacean skeletons into playful musical instruments, launching his venture in 2017 by creating the Kanido from a crab measuring about 10 feet in length. Fascinated by the enormous size of spider crabs, he uniquely combined art and music, producing instruments that are both visual and sonic, challenging traditional musical conventions. When in New Zealand, there is a hill with a name so long it challenges pronunciation, beginning with Tamada and followed by 78 more letters, located in the Hawke Bay, holding a Guinness World Records record for having the longest place name in the world with 85 letters. Its meaning in Maori refers to a legend about a warrior who played the flute in honor of his fallen brother, although locals usually shorten it to Taumata Hill, making it a surprising geographic curiosity. Blue Abyss is the deepest pool in the world, reaching 164 feet at its deepest point, measuring about 131 feet wide, and containing more than 1,500,000 cubic feet of water, located in the United Kingdom for scientific and aerospace research purposes. It represents a unique facility for extreme diving training, space simulations, and underwater equipment testing in a controlled environment that replicates deep ocean conditions without the risks of the open sea. Cockatoos are capable of solving puzzles and are considered among the most intelligent birds in the world due to their strong memory and observation skills, clearly remembering how to solve tasks to gain rewards. They are so clever that they perform actions simply for fun, demonstrating playful behavior and advanced cognitive abilities comparable to primates and dolphins. Tiny TV DIY Kit is a build-it-yourself miniature television created by Tiny Circuits, featuring a three-dimensional printed case for customization, storing 5 hours of video on a micro SD card, and including a tiny remote control, sold for $64. It represents a nostalgic educational electronics project that combines personal fabrication through three-dimensional printing with functional components, allowing technology enthusiasts to build a fully working vintage-style multimedia device from scratch. Dune of Pilat is the tallest sand dune in Europe, standing about 361 feet high, located in southwestern France, as a single massive dune that continues to grow and expand each year. It forms a national landscape, attracting more than 1,000 visitors annually, serving as a unique tourist destination that combines desert scenery with proximity to the Atlantic Ocean, creating a fascinating geographic contrast. People compete in ostrich racing, a sport without a single governing body, organized through specialized independent events. These birds can reach speeds of about 25 miles per hour, and the activity requires significant practice and concentration from both the rider and the trained ostrich. Lacta Center is the tallest skyscraper in Europe, located in St. Petersburg, standing approximately 1,516 feet tall, certified in 2018. It was recognized as one of the 5 most eco-friendly skyscrapers in the world and inaugurated in 2022, featuring innovative and sustainable architectural design. The eyes of Albert Einstein were given after his death as a personal keepsake to Henry Abrams, who was his eye doctor. They are believed to be stored in a safety deposit box in New York City. A team from KAIST in South Korea managed to restore vision without surgery through retinal regeneration by removing the PRPH1 protein that blocks neuronal regrowth. Although human trials are still in early stages, this discovery offers hope to more than 300 million affected people. An impossible screw that only turns clockwise was demonstrated on the Crazy Machines channel in a puzzling display. To build it, they used 2 different screws adjusted in such a way that it could only rotate to the right, blocking any leftward motion. Pizzaiolo is a cooking robot belonging to the company Paxi, capable of making 80 pizzas in just 1 hour. This android performs nearly every task required to prepare the dish, stretching the dough, spreading the sauce, adding toppings, placing it in and removing it from the oven, and packaging it. The male pufferfish creates underwater mandalas about 6 feet in diameter by moving sand for days off the coast of Japan. It designs perfect patterns and decorates them with shells to attract a female, but if rejected, the sea erases its work without mercy. Some icebergs display striking greenish colors instead of white or blue, due to iron oxides from rock dust mixing with the ice, creating a mesmerizing visual effect in massive ocean blocks. There is a correct way to tie shoelaces based on physics, where tying the final knot in a certain direction prevents loosening. If tied counterclockwise, it loosens with each step, but if tied clockwise, it tightens while walking. A curious cabin made from recycled windows was a project by Neil Oxon and Leon Harwood, a creative couple who chose to step away from city noise. The main materials were wood and salvaged windows, providing panoramic views of the mountains of Virginia in the United States, making use of discarded materials. Photochromic ink is a synthetic pigment capable of changing color, imitating the chromatophores of a chameleon. It reacts to light in different wavelengths, making the future of art appear more vibrant. 4 dolphins travel in pods while sleeping, keeping one eye open and half of their brain constantly active. This happens because dolphin breathing is a conscious act when surfacing, so if they were completely asleep, they would not be able to breathe. In Japan, children use Randoseru backpacks that look as if they came from an anime, rigid, elegant, and durable enough to last 6 years. And they can cost more than $500 and weigh more than 2 pounds when empty, with some models including GPS and reflective lights. Mirages and Miracles is an art exhibition where artworks come to life through augmented reality with holographic illusions. During the visit, you can use virtual reality headsets and view drawings that make you feel suspended between reality and illusion. An octopus can use a coconut shell as a camouflage tool, protecting and hiding itself when necessary. These octopuses often use objects found on the seabed to survive in the harsh, deep sea environment. The famous smiling poop emoji was not originally intended to represent feces, but an innocent chocolate ice cream with a happy face in Japan. Its spiral shape and brown color sparked global imagination, transforming the ice cream into a cheeky poop icon that Apple kept due to its popularity. Ebru, also known as marbling, is water-based art created by Turkish artist Garip. By applying ink onto the surface of water, shaping it with gentle brushes. A sheet of paper is then placed on top to absorb the paint, creating unique designs that can never be replicated exactly. There is a facade decorated with more than 120 bicycles in Altlandsberg near Berlin that has become a tourist attraction known as the bicycle station. It belongs to a house where bicycles are rented, and the owner received many old bikes, deciding to hang them to free up space, creating a distinctive piece of urban art. A dyneema is considered the strongest fiber in the world, about 15 times stronger than steel, and so light that it floats on water. It is used in bulletproof vests, military armor, spacesuits, rescue ropes, and sailboats that survive hurricanes. Cano's Castle in Colorado was created by Cano Espinosa, a Vietnam War veteran, who built it using scrap metal hubcaps, screen doors, and cans. This impressive structure reflects creativity and dedication, and he lived right beside the castle in a house constructed the same way with recycled materials. Three-dimensional tiles were developed by scientists at the University of Hong Kong to improve the growth of coral reefs damaged by climate change. The tiles contain cavities that allow coral to anchor, and researchers hope to expand the project worldwide, helping save marine species threatened by bleaching. The paintings of Josephine Wall are inspired by the intricate details of nature and the English fantasy world. According to her, ideas emerge from nowhere and everywhere, which makes sense when observing her richly detailed artwork. A house in England was listed for sale with an unusual bonus, a 94-year-old tortoise named Hercules included with the purchase. The property cost more than $1 million, features 4 bedrooms and a large garden, but the most striking detail is inheriting Hercules. In Kobe, there is a fully automated driverless train called Port Liner, operating since 1998. It uses sensors, precise programming, and real-time monitoring to function with remarkable safety, where artificial intelligence handles all driving tasks. Creepy Candles created unusual candles shaped like a human spine inspired by the skeleton for Halloween. They are sold individually for about $30 each. To deter a tiger shark, you should maintain eye contact, then redirect it away by pressing one hand firmly on its head with your arm extended. You must not pull your hand away immediately, but gently slide it along the shark's body, avoiding sudden movements that might agitate it further. For the role of Flynn Rider in Tangled, the female members of the production team selected his physical traits inspired by Hollywood actors. And they combined features such as the hair of Brad Pitt and the chin of Tom Hardy, building the ideal charming hero piece by piece, resulting in an attractive and charismatic character. Hester is a sweet kitten who learned to swim using life jackets in a pool when her owner Leapy Heart decided to train her and film the experience. Now she can move through the water perfectly without the vest, disproving the myth that all cats hate getting wet. Tokyo is a dog in Costa Rica who learned to use the toilet like humans when his owners cannot take him outside. This golden retriever was trained from a young age by Alejandro Rodriguez Corrales. Female kangaroos have 3 reproductive tracts, 2 primarily for reproduction and a 3rd exclusively for giving birth. One channel allows sperm passage, another delivers the baby, enabling a developing fetus, while another joey remains in the pouch. The Ferdinand elephant is a small remote-controlled tank built by Eros Par Studio with a metal body. It features dual 24-volt motors and sound effects that make it look realistic despite its compact size. Since 2011, China has enforced a law banning time travel and alternate reality content in television series and films, considering it a negative influence and contrary to cultural heritage. Quadball, previously called Quidditch, brings Harry Potter to real life. 2 teams of 7 players run with a stick between their legs, aiming to score through hoops, while the snitch is represented by a neutral runner with a ball attached who sprints across the field, awarding extra points when caught. A parrot can not only speak, but also distinguish colors, tones, and classify small balls by color without mistakes. Through games and positive reinforcement, it learns to recognize voices and respond differently depending on who speaks, showing that some animals understand far more than we assume. Painting sheets with ice is a striking home art method. Colored ice cubes are placed on white fabric, and as they melt, the pigment spreads unpredictably, guided by the physics of water, making each pattern unique and accessible to anyone. In the Netherlands, there is an engineering marvel called the Veluwemeer Aqueduct, where boats pass above cars while vehicles travel through a tunnel below, creating 2 levels with water on top and traffic underneath without crossing paths. The wave in Arizona looks like a frozen ocean wave formed by millions of years of erosion. Access is limited to protect this natural treasure from damage. Mount Nemrut in Turkey features massive stone heads of gods and animals believed to mark a royal tomb. Sunrise and sunset create a powerful atmosphere that makes visitors feel small. In China, the Shanren Bridge is a huge natural stone arch, carved by erosion appearing like a fantasy setting and inspiring awe in those who approach it. In Indonesia, the Grojogan Watu Purbo cascades down in terraces, forming a staircase of water with a rhythmic sound that feels meditative and wild. In Burkina Faso, the Festima celebrates African masks with dances, drums, rituals, and ancestral symbolism, bringing history to life in vibrant streets. Modern cleaning technology uses high-pressure steam to remove graffiti in seconds, without damaging delicate wall sculptures or heritage sites, restoring surfaces in real time. In Bali, giant spiders once covered roofs, cables and trees with webs, creating scenes that look like horror films, although it was a natural seasonal phenomenon. In the Arctic, delicate ice flowers form on young sea ice, appearing like tiny petals created by precise temperature and salinity conditions lasting only hours. Parrots are astonishing not only for their color, but for learning words, understanding context, solving problems, and showing emotion with distinct personalities. Watching a master blacksmith at work is hypnotic as fire glows, metal turns red, and hammer strikes, rhythmically shaping something refined from force. A sailor trying to walk on a Norwegian ship during a violent storm shows how unforgiving the ocean can be as floors tilt, walls shake, and each step becomes a struggle against the sea. Leptopoma prelucidum is a snail with an almost transparent shell resembling glass, a delicate yet vital piece of microfauna. And there are masonry competitions where professionals build walls and finishes judged on cleanliness, speed, and safety, turning construction into a sport and reminding us that building well is an art. Leveling floors with polyurethane foam involves injecting expanding foam beneath the surface, which lifts and stabilizes it quickly and precisely without tearing everything apart. Adam, the robot barista, prepares coffee with robotic arms, delivering espresso cappuccino and latte with consistent precision, sometimes interacting through screens or voice representing the future of automated service. According to a campaign by National Geographic, Angelina Jolie allowed herself to be covered in bees to raise awareness about pollinators, following careful preparation to protect both her and the insects, using fame as a powerful message. In Japan, tunnels were built under train tracks for turtles, allowing them to cross safely in areas with high mortality, demonstrating engineering designed to protect small animals. In Shanghai, the Tian'an 1000 trees, known as the Thousand Trees building, features terraces filled with vegetation, creating a vertical forest that helps reduce urban heat and improve air quality. Military pepper spray training exposes participants to intense burning tears and temporary blindness while requiring them to follow instructions, testing mental control under stress with safety measures in place. In Dubai, collectible banknotes made from 24-karat gold sheets are sold as luxury souvenirs, imitating real currency designs in detailed fashion, shining quite literally. In regions with extreme winters, people drive over frozen lakes using temporary ice roads to transport goods and connect isolated communities, measuring thickness and monitoring stability, closing routes at the first sign of thaw, balancing necessity with danger. Octavio Ocampo is a master of optical illusion art, where one image transforms into hidden faces and landscapes within landscapes, creating pure visual metamorphosis that challenges the brain. Crab fishing is not a peaceful postcard scene. It means cold wind, rough seas, and hands that cannot afford mistakes. Fishermen use traps called pots baited to attract crabs without destroying them. It is tradition and hard labor with real danger on every trip. Will Smith placed personal cameras during the filming of Bad Boys to capture unusual angles and action scenes. Look closer, more dynamic, more immersive. It was not just acting, but stepping into the creative control of the shot. The Rufus Hornero is one of the hardest working architects in South America. It builds oven-shaped mud nests that are extremely durable. They dry under the sun and can last for years. It is a symbol of home perseverance and craftsmanship. And when you see it building, you understand why it is so respected. Hanzi Chinese characters are not letters that represent sounds, but symbols with their own meaning. Many are built with radicals that give clues about category or pronunciation. To read fluently, you need to know thousands. It is one of the oldest writing systems still in use. Pitahaya, also known as dragon fruit, looks like it came from a video game. Pink skin with scale-like shapes and white or red flesh filled with black seeds. The flavor is mild and sweet. It is decorative, rich in fiber, in vitamin C, exotic and photogenic. Octopus suckers are living technology. They do not only suction, but also sense texture and even taste. They contract, create a vacuum, and grip with impressive strength. For moving, hunting, and exploring, they function like intelligent hands in tentacle form. Downhill is cycling at maximum adrenaline. Steep descents, routes, rocks, jumps, and speeds that erase conscious thought. Bikes feature advanced suspension, and riders need reflexes like in a video game. One mistake can cost dearly. The transparent laptop concept by Lenovo presents a futuristic design with translucent elements allowing you to see through parts of the device. Still experimental, it raises questions about how future computers will balance design and power. Nara the Galata is a primate that looks like a sheep. It lives in the highlands of Ethiopia and grazes on grass like livestock. Males have manes and a red patch on their chest like a badge. They are highly social and communicate with complex gestures and sounds. Steel timber sports turns logging into a spectacle. Lumber athletes compete using axes, handsaws, and chainsaws, combining speed, precision, and strength, transforming forestry tradition into elite sport. The buzz of a mosquito comes from extremely rapid wing beats, creating hundreds of vibrations per second. It is not only annoying, but also used to attract mates. The sound that ruins your night is biology in motion. The Lely Discovery Collector is a robot designed to clean barns. It vacuums manure from walkways without disturbing cows, improving hygiene, reducing odors, and helping prevent disease, bringing automation into agriculture with practical impact. Carambola becomes a literal star when sliced. Each piece forms a perfect star shape. Its flavor ranges from sweet to tart depending on ripeness. Rich in vitamin C and fiber, it also serves as effortless gourmet decoration. A surfer built a board using recycled cigarette butts. The idea was not just shock value, but a statement, since cigarette waste is among the most common and polluting forms of trash, turning waste into a message and writing waves on it. The cube burger went viral for its perfectly cubic shape. A classic burger reimagined as a block with meat, cheese, vegetables, bacon, and a layer of liquid cheese sealed inside. And the taste is traditional, but the presentation is completely unusual. A tooth is not just a hard piece, it has layers. Enamel is the hardest substance in the human body. Beneath it, dentin transmits sensitivity. At the center is the pulp containing nerves and blood vessels, which explains why a small issue can cause intense pain. Mary Beatrice Kenner was a pioneering inventor who in 1995 patented an adhesive sanitary belt, improving comfort and functionality in feminine hygiene. Despite facing discrimination, she created several useful inventions, but this one changed daily life for millions. Psychotria elata, known as the kissing flower, looks like bright red lips. It grows in humid regions of Central and South America, attracting pollinators such as hummingbirds. It is famous for its shape, yet vulnerable due to deforestation. Hakata, the giant tiger prawn, can grow longer than 1 foot. It has a robust exoskeleton and mottled colors for camouflage. Highly valued in cuisine, it is also farmed in aquaculture, like a tank and shrimp farm. There is a world championship for Excel, where competitors face spreadsheet challenges like an esport. Time tasks, formulas, logic, and sometimes macros create levels that look like mathematical magic. Being a panda nanny combines tenderness with responsibility. It involves feeding with special milk, constant monitoring, and emotional care. It is real conservation work, and images of baby pandas captured global attention for a reason. The whale shark is the largest fish on the planet, yet completely harmless. It filters plankton like a giant ocean vacuum. Its spots are unique like fingerprints, showing immense size with peaceful behavior. The Christ the King statue in Poland, in Świebodzin, is gigantic. An enormous statue that surpasses the height of the Christ the Redeemer in Brazil when the full structure is counted. A religious symbol visible from afar that sparks debate because of its scale. The Moscow guppy is an ornamental variety selectively bred with intense colors like blue, black, and purple. The males are usually the most striking, popular in aquariums for their beauty and ease of care. The mouse deer is a true miniature, a tiny ruminant from Southeast Asia, elusive, silent, and forest-dwelling. Some weigh less than 4 pounds. It looks like an impossible cross between a deer and a mouse, yet it really exists. The Borges family in Brazil lives a scene that seems straight out of a movie, and they rescued tigers from a traveling circus and ended up with a herd of 7 at home. They feed them, care for them, and even let them swim in the pool as if part of the family. But beware. Although it looks cute on camera, living with such animals is extremely dangerous and not something to imitate. Jack Black and Jackie Chan worked together for 10 years on the film Kung Fu Panda without meeting in person. Jack voiced Po in English, while Jackie voiced Monkey, but they recorded separately, finally meeting later in London. A 9-month-old foal on a farm in Ellensburg looks remarkably like a cartoon character. Its caretakers claim it is almost an exact replica of King Magnum from a Disney movie, maliciously. The snakefly remains a great mystery to scientists. It originates from icy regions far from the tropics, but fossils are found in milder climates. This suggests that over millions of years of evolution, it lost the ability to live in warmer temperatures. Potato plastic is a biodegradable plastic made from potato starch, developed by Swedish designer Pontus Storkeby. The material is composed of potato starch and water and can safely return to the earth. In Switzerland, the government built a movable, elevated bridge called Astra to carry out roadworks without stopping traffic. This modular and portable structure allows vehicles to keep moving while the roads underneath are being repaired. An ingenious solution that proves infrastructure can stay functional without paralyzing daily life. Paul Barton is a British pianist who brings his music to elephant sanctuaries in Thailand. There he plays classical pieces by Ludwig van Beethoven and Frédéric Chopin for blind, injured, or elderly elephants. Many of them stand still, appear relaxed, and even sway to the rhythm of the music. A reminder that art can transform even the jungle. Aerogel is the lightest solid in the world, often called solid smoke because of its unusual appearance. It is a rigid, translucent, bluish material made up of between 90.5 and 99.98% air. Its density is barely 3 milligrams per cubic centimeter, about 10,000 times less dense than glass, and it has an extraordinary capacity for thermal insulation. At the San Diego Zoo lives Lucas, an African penguin who suffers from pododermatitis, a condition that caused him severe pain when walking. A team of veterinarians designed custom orthopedic shoes made from a soft, durable material. Since wearing them, Lucas has been able to move happily, interact with other penguins, and swim without problems. The Beauty Crown Grand Hotel is a complex in the Chinese city of Sanya, whose buildings resemble giant trees. When 9 towers were constructed ranging from 361 to 381 feet tall, with more than 5,380,000 square feet and 6,668 hotel rooms. A forest of skyscrapers redefining urban architecture. Daniel Rosen is an artist who creates interactive mirrors without using glass or reflective materials. He uses objects such as wooden pieces, brushes, or metal discs that move through hidden motors. These objects rotate and shift position to form in real time the reflection of whoever stands in front of the installation. The result is a pixelated but perfectly recognizable image. Brian Shaw is considered one of the strongest men in the world and is capable of lifting 1,129 pounds in the deadlift. Well, he was the first man to win the Arnold Strongman Classic and the world's strongest man in the same calendar year. He achieved this feat in 2011 and repeated it in 2015. In 2024, China introduced female humanoid robots so realistic that at first glance they look like real people. With synthetic skin, natural gestures, and smooth movements, these robots can hold conversations, answer questions, and display basic emotions such as surprise or joy. They were designed for customer service tourism and elderly care. In India, a monk became famous for growing rice on his own head. To achieve this, he developed the habit of sleeping upright, allowing the rice to grow properly. He claims he can feel when the rice needs water through his scalp. And during harvest season, he collects the rice to prepare dishes and then restarts the cycle. In 2013, a gold sculpture of the left foot of Lionel Messi was created. It weighs about 55 pounds and was commissioned by a Japanese jewelry company as a tribute to the Argentine footballer. The level of detail is astonishing, with veins, wrinkles, and skin texture perfectly reproduced. A foot turned into art, gold, and legend. Valentina Vasilyeva is considered the mother with the most recorded children in history. According to reports from the 18th century, she gave birth to a total of 69 children between 1725 and 1765. Among them were 16 pairs of twins, 7 sets of triplets, and 4 sets of quadruplets. Olivier Rioux is a young Canadian who stands over 7 feet 7 inches tall and is only 18 years old. He is considered the tallest teenager on the planet and stands out especially on the basketball court. He is not only playing, but is seen as a promising prospect in United States college basketball. Many already compare him to great legends of the National Basketball Association. Candle ice is a fascinating natural phenomenon in which vertical columns of ice form perpendicular to the surface of a lake or other body of water. When these ice candles break and float colliding with one another, they produce a unique metallic sound that is hypnotic to those who witness it. There is a sport called fistball similar to volleyball, but with one major difference: instead of hitting the ball with open hands, players strike it with closed fists. In teams are made up of 5 players, and the ball may bounce once between each hit. The sport originated in Germany centuries ago and has international tournaments in countries such as Switzerland, Austria, and Brazil. Gavin Reynolds broke a Guinness World Record by demonstrating his sausage-making skills at incredible speed. After 30 years of experience, he managed to make 83 sausages in a single minute, surpassing the previous record of 78. An impressive speed that proves practice makes perfect. A group of fans recreated the entire movie Toy Story using stop-motion technique frame by frame. Each scene was replicated with real toys, handmade sets, and incredible patience. The result is a homemade yet surprisingly faithful version that respects every line of dialogue, music, and character gesture. It went viral after being uploaded to the internet. A little dog named Nimble made history at the Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show in 2024 by becoming the first mixed-breed dog to win the club's annual Agility Championship, a victory that broke with the tradition that only purebred dogs could stand out in these competitions. An inventor built a fully functional motorcycle without using conventional wheels. Instead of round tires, he designed an alternative motion system that allows the bike to move, turn, and brake using unique technology. The motorcycle looks like something out of a science fiction movie and proves there is still room for innovation in two-wheel transportation. Researchers created an extra robotic thumb controlled by sensors placed under the feet. It was designed by Danny Claude and Tamar Makin. Studies show that the human brain adapts quickly to this new tool, an innovation that brings us closer to integrating machines into our bodies. At the beginning of the 20th century, pencil sharpeners were large, heavy, and made of metal. They worked with a hand crank that rotated internal blades, sharpening the pencil little by little. Many were mounted on desks or walls with almost industrial mechanisms. Today they have become collector's items, witnesses of a time when sharpening a pencil was a true ritual. Berndnout Smilde is a Dutch artist who creates real clouds indoors. He mixes smoke vapor and hydrogen to produce clouds of humidity, which he photographs during their brief existence. Each cloud lasts only a few seconds before fading away, turning every photograph into a unique record of ephemeral art. Amika is a humanoid robot so realistic that you might mistake it for a person at first glance. It can display detailed facial expressions, frown, smile, show surprise, and move its eyes naturally. It holds fluid conversation using artificial intelligence, responding in real time with a soft voice and synchronized gestures. Since the creation of the Formula One World Championship, pit stops have evolved dramatically. The time has gone from more than a minute in the 1950s to just a few seconds today. A transformation that reflects decades of technological innovation and teamwork pushed to the extreme of efficiency. One of the most tender moments in the animal world is seeing a baby kangaroo enter its mother's pouch. At birth, kangaroos measure only about 0.8 inches. Newborns climb through their mother's fur until they reach the pouch, where they latch onto a teat and develop for months. A living cradle shaped like a marsupial pouch. In many cities in Italy, ancient streets are so narrow that traditional ambulances cannot pass. For that reason, miniature versions similar to small electric carts have been designed capable of reaching alleyways where no normal vehicle could go. Equipped with the essentials for emergencies, these ambulances have saved many lives in dense urban centers. The Isle of Man. TT Sidecar. TT races are a unique spectacle. The driver positions behind the engine with hands near the front wheel, while the passenger balances and shifts weight according to the curve. And this perfect symbiosis between driver and passenger allows them to reach impressive speeds. A sport where coordination between two people is a matter of life or death. There is a smart vest designed to inflate in just 0.08 seconds if it detects that a person is falling. It becomes a portable airbag that protects the back, neck, and hips. It is intended for older adults or for those who ride motorcycles or bicycles. It is reusable and rechargeable and has prevented many serious fractures. German artistic cycling champion Viola Brand achieved a Guinness World Record by performing 14 full 360-degree spins in 1 minute while standing on the handlebar of a bicycle. A feat that combines extreme balance strength and extraordinary coordination. In Tokyo, there is an unusual tournament known as the Relaxation Contest. Participants must reach the highest level of relaxation without falling asleep. Judges evaluate breathing, heart rate, facial expression, and posture. To make it more entertaining, many competitors wear extravagant costumes. The winner is the one who maintains absolute calm for the longest time. Engineers at NASA developed a snake-shaped robot called Exobiology Extant Life Surveyor. It has a head equipped with sensors and cameras, an articulated body to change shape, and a screw-like surface for movement. Its mission is to search for signs of life in the oceans hidden beneath the icy crust of Enceladus, one of the 82 moons of Saturn. The Anguloa uniflora orchid, known as the cradle flower, has such a curious shape that it looks like a sleeping baby inside its petals. And it grows in South America, and its delicate white interior folds in a way that resembles a tiny head wrapped in a blanket. It is not a sculpture or genetic modification, it is completely natural. The Honda Afeela is an electric vehicle that merges technology from video game companies such as Sony, Microsoft, and Epic Games. One of its most striking features is that it can be driven with a DualSense controller from the PlayStation 5, both from inside and outside the vehicle. However, this function is only a technical demonstration and will not be included in the final product. British artist Patrick Hughes created a visual technique called reverspective, in which paintings seem to move when you move. Unlike flat art, these works have a three-dimensional structure that tricks the brain. As buildings rotate, roads change direction, and landscapes transform. No glasses or special effects are needed. Hunter Howell left traditional motorcycles behind to travel in a giant monowheel. This vehicle consists of a single enormous wheel in which the person sits inside very close to the ground. The motor drives the wheel and the rider controls direction by leaning. Although it may seem crazy, these monowheels are used in extreme sports and exhibitions. Disney introduced a prototype robot that interacts through eye contact like humans do. This humanoid bust can follow a person's gaze move its eyes, and blink realistically. The robot perceives people, identifies points of interest, and executes appropriate movements. An advance that blurs the line between machine and living being. In Europe and Japan, special wheeled skis have been developed to glide over grass. These grass skis have tread belts and small rollers that allow braking and turning as on snow. They are practiced at resorts open year-round and in international competitions, a sustainable way to enjoy skiing without snow. In 2020, the city of Cluj-Napoca in Romania offered residents free bus rides if they performed 20 squats. The project, called Healthy Ticket, was an immediate success and continued for 3 years, an initiative that brilliantly combined public transportation, health, and creativity. Markus Stuckel reached 104.1 miles per hour on a mountain bike. The Austrian prepared in the arid landscape of the Atacama Desert in Chile to break his own world record. A speed that seems impossible on 2 wheels without a motor, yet demonstrates the limits of the human body combined with engineering. In Hong Kong, a project proposes mini homes built inside massive concrete pipes. Each unit includes a bed, desk, shelves, and even a bathroom. Although they appear small from the outside, they are designed with maximum spatial efficiency. They are affordable, quick to install, and occupy very little land, offering a housing solution for young people who cannot afford a conventional home. Top Culture creates giant robotic attractions shaped like dragons, mechanical horses, and mythological creatures. Some structures reach up to 49 feet in height and combine animatronics, hydraulic systems, and immersive sound. Some models allow people to ride on them. The level of detail is so high that they simulate the movement of muscles and skin. Otters keep a favorite stone that they preserve throughout their lives. According to specialists, the oscillating movement they make with stones may be an evolutionary adaptation, as it helps keep their teeth sharp, or an adorable behavior that hides a practical survival function. In the district of La Défense in Paris stands a giant thumb 12 meters tall. This sculpture was created by the French artist César Baldacchini. The thumb, fully detailed with fingerprints and realistic texture, symbolizes the strength of manual labor and the human presence in the urban environment. A simple finger with a powerful message. Cloud Gate, known as the Chicago Bean, was inaugurated in 2006. Designed by the Indo-British artist Anish Kapoor, it has a massive reflective surface that mirrors the city around it. The sculpture weighs around 220,000 pounds, measures 43 feet tall, 66 feet long, and 33 feet wide. There is a bicycle designed with such advanced aerodynamics that it can reach speeds of up to 87 miles per hour. Its structure resembles a missile with wheels fully enclosed to reduce wind resistance. The cyclist rides almost lying down as if piloting a land rocket. It was created to break speed records. The Lord of the Rings film trilogy used numerous physical miniatures known as bigatures because they were enormous. Settings such as Minas Tirith and Rivendell were handcrafted with astonishing detail. These models, sometimes measuring several feet, were filmed with special cameras to simulate real scale, a key artisanal technique that helped the saga win so many awards. A robot inspired by a bat was created with a wingspan of 7 feet 6 inches and a body length of 2 feet 10 inches. The artificial bat weighs just 1.3 pounds. Its wing movement is divided into arm and metacarpal sections covered by an elastic membrane, allowing it to control and fold its wings individually. The first official Minecraft movie starring Jack Black premiered in April 2025. The film combines live action with digital effects and features pixelated landscapes, familiar creatures, and a story blending humor, exploration, and friendship. It was produced by major studios and received massive attention in theaters worldwide. A store in China called Sham Snack Store sells giant versions of popular sweets. Located in Shamsha, it has gained enormous popularity, and thousands of people visit daily to try its oversized snacks. The store does not offer online delivery due to logistical challenges encouraging in-person visits. Teo is an assistant robot created in Spain to improve the lives of people with visual disabilities or cognitive decline. Equipped with artificial intelligence, it can guide users through spoken directions, maps, and sensors that detect obstacles. It also recognizes voices and answers basic questions. A clear example of how technology can care for those who need it most. In Australia, when there are heavy rains or floods, some spider species use a method called ballooning. They release silk threads into the air to float and escape the water. The result is striking. It looks like it is snowing, but with spiders. Thousands of tiny arachnids travel with the wind and end up hanging from trees, poles, and rooftops. The American woodcock, known as the timber doodle, captivates observers during mating rituals. It has a very peculiar way of walking, appearing almost as if it is dancing. Some scientists believe this behavior helps it search for insects underground or serves as part of courtship. The blue-tongued skink is fascinating for its bright blue tongue. Native to Australia and parts of Asia, it uses its vivid tongue to scare predators, suddenly displaying it as a warning. Watching it eat is especially charming as it moves its tongue playfully while its body sways. Some people keep it as a pet due to its docile and charismatic nature. The mud skipper is a fish that spends much of the day out of the water. It measures between 6 and 10 inches and can breathe through its skin and the lining of its mouth. It has large gill chambers that act as oxygen storage while on land. A fish that crawls across mud, challenging the idea that fish only live in water. Several companies have developed pressurized capsules lifted by stratospheric balloons, allowing passengers to see the curvature of Earth and the darkness of space. You do not need to be an astronaut or endure intense G-forces. Just sit, look out the window, and be amazed. Each journey can last several hours, offering an elegant and safe space tourism experience. The flamboyant cuttlefish is one of the most striking cephalopods found in aquariums. It measures between 2 and 3 inches and inhabits sandy, muddy environments of the Indian and Pacific Oceans. Its ability to change skin color serves 3 functions: deterring predators, hypnotizing prey, and attracting mates. In Japan, there's a hotel founded in the year 705 that has been managed by the same family for more than 1,300 years. The Nishiyama Onsen Kyokan has passed through 52 generations of family leadership. It preserves traditional Japanese aesthetics with tatami rooms, stone baths, and dreamlike gardens. The diabolical ironclad beetle is one of the most crush-resistant land organisms. A study revealed that the structure of its exoskeleton allows it to withstand up to 39,000 times its own weight. It can even survive being run over by a car, a natural armor that defies logic. Some butterfly eggs measuring barely 0.04 inches have astonishing shapes. Those of the hair-streaked butterfly resemble tiny stars. Their design is so perfect and symmetrical that they look crafted by a jeweler. And they attach to specific leaves and are almost invisible to the naked eye without a microscope. The smallest things can also be the most impressive. In the Gulf of Alaska, the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans appear not to mix. From above, a dividing line can be seen between 2 bodies of water with different colors. This is due to differences in density, temperature, salinity, and sediment. Although they eventually blend, the visual contrast looks like magic, a liquid frontier drawn by nature. There are luxury sneakers called Full Destroyed that cost around $1,850 despite being intentionally torn and dirty. With holes in extreme wear, they are designed to look used for years. Some brands argue they represent a critique of consumerism, while others embrace a post-apocalyptic aesthetic. Fashion or madness, they do not go unnoticed. Students from Osaka Metropolitan University in Japan built a flying bicycle powered only by pedaling. The bicycle combines cycling elements with aviation technology, allowing riders to lift off using nothing but their own physical effort. An invention that seems straight out of science fiction yet is completely real. A special printer allows 3-dimensional objects to be created inside a gel. Liquid silicone is injected while the gel acts as support, preventing collapse. This makes it possible to produce artificial organs, flexible prosthetics, and complex medical designs with great detail. Once finished, the gel is removed, leaving the piece ready, a revolutionary technology for the medicine of the future. The Malayan leaf frog has remarkable camouflage ability. Its smooth skin adapts to resemble dead leaves on the forest floor. It hides among leaf litter, remaining motionless until unsuspecting prey passes by. Then it becomes an explosive predator, leaping and capturing its target instantly. In the city of Bern, capital of Switzerland, many citizens use the Ahr River as transportation during summer. They jump into the water carrying a special waterproof bag with their clothes and belongings. The current carries them downstream while they enjoy the scenery. Upon reaching their destination, they exit the water and continue their day as if nothing happened. Heinz launched a ketchup dispensing ring. This small accessory allows users to carry and discreetly use ketchup in any restaurant, challenging traditional culinary norms. A piece that combines humor, practicality, and a touch of gastronomic rebellion in a tiny object. During the Middle Ages, if someone was found dead and the culprit was not identified, the entire community had to pay a collective fine. This measure aimed to encourage mutual vigilance among neighbors and maintain social order. The logic was that someone must know something, and if nobody spoke, everyone faced the consequences. Medieval collective justice at its peak. The Scorpion robot was created in Japan to clean radioactive fuel at the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant. Inspired by the shape of a scorpion, it deploys into hard-to-reach areas and performs vital decontamination tasks. It is the only robot capable of reaching deep inside the plant's reactors. Even though they are made of snow and ice, igloos are true thermal marvels. In extreme climates where outside temperatures drop below -40 degrees Fahrenheit, the interior can remain between 32 and 59 degrees Fahrenheit, a difference of up to 108 degrees. Compacted snow traps air and acts as a natural insulator. Pure ancestral ingenuity. The Eden Project is the largest botanical garden in the world. It combines ecology, horticulture, science, art, and architecture in 5 geodesic spheres, housing 3 biomes, 1 humid tropical, 1 Mediterranean, and 1 outdoor biome with English gardens. It includes more than 100,000 plants representing 5,000 species from diverse climate zones. China has presented the first functional prototypes of artificial wombs. These capsules allow embryos to develop by simulating the conditions of a natural pregnancy. Fetuses grow under the supervision of sensors regulating temperature, nutrients, and heart rate. Although still experimental, this technology could revolutionize assisted reproduction. There is a giant hummingbird known as the giant hummingbird, measuring between 8 and 9 inches long. It is the largest hummingbird in the world with greenish coloration extending to the tail. It lives in South America from Argentina and Chile to Colombia. A bird that challenges the tiny image we usually have of hummingbirds. What we know today as Adidas and Puma emerged from a feud between brothers. In Germany, Adolf and Rudolf Dassler worked together in a shoe company, but a serious argument separated them forever. Adolf founded Adidas, combining his nickname Adi with his surname, and Rudolf created Puma. Even their factories were located at opposite ends of the same town. A floating staircase on the edge of a cliff has become a new viral attraction in China. Located on Fuxi Mountain, the sky staircase has between 35 and 40 steps, offering breathtaking panoramic views of the entire valley. A place not suitable for people with vertigo. Kazuyoshi Miura, known as King Kazu, continues competing professionally in soccer at an advanced age. He debuted in 1986, long before many current players were born. He trains with discipline and dreams of remaining active until 80 years old. A living symbol of sporting longevity and how attitude can overcome physical limits. The Dracula Simia orchid, known as the monkey face orchid, was discovered in 1978. Native to southeastern Ecuador, its long-tailed brownish-red flowers feature dotted eyes that strongly resemble the face of a capuchin monkey, a unique spectacle in the plant kingdom. Stephen Clark holds the world record for carving a pumpkin in just 24.3 seconds. With sharp tools and perfectly coordinated movements, he transforms an ordinary pumpkin into a spooky Halloween face. He has carved thousands of pumpkins throughout his career, and his achievement was recognized by Guinness World Records. The human ability to smell petrichor is greater than a shark's ability to smell blood and water. The term petrichor refers to the scent produced when rain falls on dry soil, what we commonly call the smell of wet earth, a surprisingly sharp human sense for something so subtle and poetic. If chewing gum gets stuck in your hair, there is a home trick that works, soaking the affected area in Coca-Cola for 5 minutes. The drink's formula acts on the gum's compounds, weakening its adhesion without damaging the hair. After soaking, you can remove it with your fingers or a comb. The power of bubbles rescuing your hairstyle. The Glory Hole is the name given to a massive spillway at Lake Berryessa in the Napa Valley, United States. It has a diameter of 72 feet in a straight drop of 200 feet with the capacity to drain 48,000 cubic feet of water per second. It activates when the water level rises above 426 feet. Centrip is an Italian town in Sicily that surprises visitors because from the air, it resembles the shape of a human being. Its streets and buildings form what looks like a head, torso, and limbs. Beyond its peculiar shape, it offers an incredible view of Mount Etna, one of the most active volcanoes in the world. Literally a living map. The Salt Cathedral of Zipaquira, located 30 miles north of Bogotá, lies 590 feet underground, inside a salt mine, exploited since 1801. For its construction, 550 million pounds of salt were extracted. It can hold up to 10,000 worshippers and stands at 8,700 feet above sea level. There are dogs so small they literally fit inside a cup. They are known as teacup dogs and have been bred through genetic selection to reach an extremely reduced size. Although they appear adorable, their tiny size can lead to health problems such as fragile bones and small organs. Pocket pets surrounded by controversy. Using a technique called anamorphic projection, some mugs reveal hidden images when viewed from a specific angle or with the help of a cylindrical mirror. The illustrations can be portraits, landscapes, or animated scenes. From another perspective, you only see meaningless lines, but at the right angle, the magic appears. Every coffee becomes an optical game. 5D screens take entertainment to another level. They combine immersive images, seat movement, wind mist scents, and vibrations to create a complete experience. If you watch a sea scene, water splashes you while the chair moves as if you were on a boat. The closest thing to living what you see on screen. Sky cake is a dessert that looks like it came from a dream. It has a transparent blue gelatin base that simulates a bright sky decorated with fluffy sugar clouds that appear to float. Some bakers add edible stars or iridescent reflections. The gelatin is made with mint or citrus fruits, and the inner sponge cake is soft and aromatic. There is a sport where soccer is played with bicycles. It's called radball. It originated more than 100 years ago in Germany, and goals can only be scored with the wheels or the head. Players must have incredible balance because everything is done mounted on special bicycles without brakes. Movements are fast, precise, and often acrobatic. A Chinese train called Autonomous Rail Rapid Transit is autonomous and runs on virtual tracks painted on the road. It can transport up to 500 passengers in 5 cars and reach speeds of up to 43 miles per hour. It operates with optical sensors and GPS guiding the vehicle similarly to autonomous cars. In Denmark, there is Lego house designed by architect Bjarke Ingels. This incredible structure looks like giant Lego blocks stacked together. Inside, visitors explore interactive rooms where they can build and experiment creatively. It features exhibitions about the history of Lego and a colorful rooftop terrace with panoramic views. A true Lego paradise. The cliff swing at Yunlonggang in China consists of an arch-shaped tower 328 feet tall and a launch tower 354 feet tall. It sits on the edge of a cliff that drops 2,300 feet. Swinging on it feels like a journey into the void only for the bravest. A rescue balloon was invented for people lost in the wilderness. It is a compact device that inflates and rises dozens of feet above the ground. It has LED lights visible both day and night, allowing rescue teams to detect its location from the air or long distances. It does not require phone signal and has already saved lives. Nike designed sneakers using artificial intelligence in collaboration with 13 athletes. Feedback from sports figures such as Kylian Mbappé and others about their tastes and inspirations was entered into AI prompts generating hundreds of images. The designs were processed through 3D printers and Air Max machines to produce prototypes showcased in Paris. In Japan, an artist creates hyper-realistic drawings using only chalk. With great patience and detail, she transforms ordinary chalkboards into landscapes, portraits, and scenes so precise they look like photographs. What is most impressive is that these drawings are temporary. They disappear with a single wipe of the hand. Ephemeral art where beauty lies in its brief existence. Tiger and Turtle Magic Mountain is a gigantic roller coaster in Germany that you can walk on. Created by artists from Hamburg, it is located in the city of Duisburg and is the largest artwork in Germany, with a highest point reaching 82 feet. A hybrid between sculpture and attraction that challenges conventions. Lake Natron in Tanzania is so alkaline that it can petrify animals that fall into its waters. Its pH can reach levels close to bleach, and its temperature can exceed 140 degrees Fahrenheit. Birds that accidentally submerge may end up hardened like natural statues. Despite this, flamingos have adapted and lived there. Danny McCaskill became world famous for his bicycle trials and spectacular stunts. His YouTube videos showcase impressive tricks in unusual settings and have millions of views. It is no surprise that his sponsors include brands such as Red Bull, Adidas, and GoPro. So-called skyquakes are phenomena still without a clear explanation. They manifest as loud explosions or booms coming from the sky without storms, aircraft, or nearby seismic activity. Many animals react before humans perceive the sound. Reports range from the United States to Colombia, yet the mystery remains unsolved. In China, a solar power plant shaped like a panda was created. In 2017, through collaboration between the Chinese government, the United Nations, and Panda Green Energy, the city of Datong hosted a solar plant covering more than 247 acres in the shape of a panda, supplying power to more than 10,000 homes. Because everything is better with pandas. In Hong Kong, you will find the longest outdoor escalator system in the world. It is not a single piece, but a series of connected sections, totaling 2,600 feet in length. The central mid-levels escalator connects the financial district with residential neighborhoods in the hills. Thousands use it daily to go up and down without exhaustion. The bioluminescent lagoon in Florida showcases one of nature's most fascinating phenomena. Bioluminescence is a process in which energy from a chemical reaction appears as light. It is most often visible at night along beaches at the shoreline and where waves break. A magical spectacle grounded in science. Riley Horner suffers from anterograde amnesia every 2 hours. Her memory resets and she forgets everything she has lived. Much to function, she relies on notes, alarms, and reminders from family members. Each morning she believes it is the date of the accident that caused her condition. One of the few documented cases with such an exact memory reset pattern. There is a rock formation in Bolivia called the World Cup. Located in the Valle de las Rocas, the stone stands about 33 feet tall, and its base resembles the support of the Soccer World Trophy. Its similarity has made it a tourist attraction for sports fans worldwide. Thousands of miles of submarine cables connect entire continents across the ocean floor. Most of the world's messages, videos, and calls travel through them. These cables, about as thick as a garden hose, are so well protected they can withstand shark bites. Without them, there would be no YouTube, social networks, or global browsing. Once the internet literally travels through the sea, the ayam cemani from Indonesia astonishes because it is completely black plumage, beak crest, legs, organs, and bones. This coloration is due to hyperpigmentation, known as fibromelanosis. They are considered among the most pigmented animals in the world, a bird that completely redefines what we expect when thinking of a chicken. In the Waitomo glowworm caves in New Zealand, the ceiling lights up like a starry sky. But they are not stars, they are glowworms. These insects emit a blue-green light to attract prey, creating a breathtaking natural spectacle. Millions of tourists visit these caves by boat in complete silence to admire this bioluminescent phenomenon. A zebra foal with dark fur and white spots was spotted in the Masai Mara National Reserve in Kenya. This unique coloration is due to pseudomelanism, a rare genetic mutation in which animals display abnormal stripe patterns. It was the first sighting of its kind in the reserve, making it an extraordinary event. A fine dining restaurant serves as dessert, something that looks like a kitchen sponge but is entirely edible. It is made from passion fruit mousse, aromatic herbs, and a coating that gives it realistic texture. Visually identical to a used sponge when tasted, it is soft, sweet, and refreshing. Gastronomy that surprises both the eyes and the palate. A mouse pad for the mouth allows people with disabilities to control a computer using their tongue. The device called mouth pad is a chip similar to a retainer placed on the roof of the mouth. Sure, it detects tongue movements, enabling users to scroll, type, make calls, and even play games with simple tongue gestures. The Bailong elevator is the tallest outdoor elevator in the world. Standing 1,070 feet high, this glass elevator climbs a cliff in Zhangjiajie National Forest Park in China. It can carry more than 50 people at once in less than 2 minutes. From the top, visitors see mist-covered mountains that look like scenes from a fantasy film. Megalopyge orbicularis is the most toxic caterpillar in the United States. With a fluffy appearance, it hides spines that inject a toxin, damaging the cells of anyone who touches it. Those who have experienced its sting describe the pain as comparable to breaking a bone, walking on burning coals, or being struck with a bat. Do not be fooled by its cute appearance. In the jungles of Brazil lives the royal flycatcher, a bird that when excited unfolds a spectacular fan-shaped crest filled with intense colors like red, orange, and blue. This display is usually seen during courtship when the male tries to attract a female. It is like watching a living fan slowly open in front of your eyes. The black apple, known as Hua Nhu, is grown in Tibet and costs $8 per fruit. They are not truly black, but a very dark purple with white flesh. Their unique color comes from the high altitude, where extreme temperature changes and strong ultraviolet radiation cause anthocyanins to concentrate in the skin. There are fish whose skin is covered with cells called iridocytes that reflect light like tiny mirrors. Thanks to these cells, the fish can change color depending on its surroundings or mood. Some species create bright flashes to confuse predators or attract mates. Scientists study these fish to develop materials that can shift color. The Cyberdog 2 by Xiaomi is a robot dog that weighs just about 18 pounds. It has RGB camera eyes and 4 depth sensors. It can follow its owner, perform tricks, and imitate canine actions like eating or drinking. A robotic pet that blends advanced technology with lifelike behavior. Carrots were originally purple, white, or yellow. In the Netherlands during the 17th century, farmers crossbred varieties until they achieved the orange color we know today. The goal was to honor the House of Orange, the Dutch royal family. Some farmers are now bringing back the original varieties. Their color is not as natural as it seems. The Sinclair C5 was an electric tricycle introduced in 1985. It weighed about 66 pounds without the battery and 99 pounds with it. It used a 12-volt lead-acid battery that provided a range of a little over 18 miles and a top speed of about 15 miles per hour. An electric vehicle that arrived ahead of its time. Deep in the ocean lives a fish covered in filaments that mimic the movement of water, making it nearly invisible. It has a glowing appendage on its head that works like a lantern to lure prey. When a victim approaches, it swallows it in a second. A predator straight out of an underwater horror film. The Unitree G1 is a Chinese robot standing about 4 feet 2 inches tall with 43 motors acting as joints. Equipped with a camera and 3-dimensional lidar system, It runs on a 9,000 milliamp battery that gives it 2 hours of autonomy. It is available for sale at a price of $16,000. In Kentucky, United States, the Ark Encounter features a life-size replica of Noah's Ark built according to biblical measurements. It stretches more than 500 feet long and is made of wood. Inside, visitors explore interactive exhibits showing how animal life might have been organized and the challenges of the flood. March 14th is special for science lovers because in American date format, it is written 3.14, representing the number pi. That is why it is celebrated as Pi Day. It is also the birthday of Albert Einstein, a coincidence that inspires celebrations in schools and universities around the world. Every year in Paris, the traditional waiter race takes place. Participants walk several miles carrying trays with glasses, bottles, or cups without dropping anything and without running. Dressed in waiter uniforms, they must show balance, speed, and precision while navigating obstacles. A tribute to a profession that demands real skill. Designer Neri Oxman is creating shoes with the help of bacteria. These bacteria transform organic waste into fully biodegradable polymers. The resulting shoes produce no microplastics, can be composted, and form shapes impossible with traditional materials. Design science and environmental awareness combined in one step. The Taj Mahal is famous not only for its beauty, but also because its color changes throughout the day. At sunrise, it appears pink at noon, bright white, and under moonlight silver. However, the structure is slowly tilting due to erosion of the Yamuna River. Every visit feels different. Robert J. Lang was once a physicist at NASA before leaving his career to focus on origami. He discovered that paper folding principles can solve complex engineering problems, such as deploying solar panels on satellites or designing foldable structures. Passion can reshape the world. The corpse flower, known scientifically as Amorphophallus titanum, is considered the smelliest flower on Earth because it releases an odor similar to rotting flesh. It can take years to bloom, and in its natural habitat, it can reach up to 13 feet tall, making it the largest unbranched flower in the world. At the Technical University of Munich in Germany, students can slide down giant indoor slides connecting different floors of the building. Safe, fast, and fun, they were designed to make academic spaces more dynamic. Imagine finishing a tough class and exiting like you are in an amusement park. Anima Luis Daniel Lorenzo created Mini Trucks Puerto Rico, where lawn tractors are transformed into fully functional miniature trucks with headlights, high beams, and air conditioning. Since 2013, everything has been built by hand, including doors, cabins, and full systems. A real truck in miniature form. Max Verstappen made history in Formula One by becoming the youngest driver to win a Grand Prix. He achieved this at the Spanish Grand Prix in 2016 at just 18 years old, driving for Red Bull Racing. Talent combined with opportunity can change everything. The tallest statue in Indonesia is the Garuda Wisnu Kencana. The statue itself rises about 246 feet high and 213 feet wide, with a pedestal bringing the total height to about 397 feet. It weighs about 4,000 tons, making it the heaviest statue in the country. The Gyeongbokgung, built in 1395, is one of South Korea's most important historical treasures. It served as the main palace of the Joseon dynasty. Though destroyed several times, it has been carefully restored. Its pavilions, gardens, and ponds reflect harmony between nature and traditional Korean architecture. In Poland, the village of Sułoczowa is home to 6,000 residents living along a single road about 5.5 miles long. There is no central square. Houses, shops, churches, and schools are arranged linearly due to 19th century historical land divisions. Dina Nayad, at 60 years old, became the first person to swim about 110 miles from Cuba to Florida without a protective cage. After attempting it in 1979 and making 4 more attempts starting in 2011, she succeeded on September 2, 2013, after nearly 53 hours in the water. Canada and United States share the longest international border in the world, stretching more than 5,300 miles. Much of it is unfenced, crossing lakes, forests, and remote wilderness. a unique example of a peaceful border. At Abraham Lake in Alberta, methane bubbles become trapped beneath the frozen surface during winter, creating stacked white circles in the ice. Though visually stunning if released, the methane can be flammable. A breathtaking yet potentially dangerous natural display. Monaco has the highest population density in the world. In less than 1 square mile, more than 39,000 people live there, which equals roughly 65,000 per square mile. This tiny principality on the French Riviera is famous for luxury, the Formula One Grand Prix, and the Monte Carlo Casino. The first Olympic Games ever televised were the 1936 Summer Olympics, held in Berlin in 1936 under the Nazi regime. When with 72 hours of live broadcasts, they attracted about 150,000 viewers in public viewing rooms in Berlin and Potsdam. It marked the beginning of the deep connection between sports and television. Water jet cutting is a fascinating technology. A stream of water launched at extremely high pressure, sometimes mixed with abrasive materials, can cut steel, stone, glass, and many other materials. Unlike other methods, it produces no heat, preventing the material from warping. The power of water turned into a high engineering tool. For centuries, sailors have used a rotating disc on mooring lines to stop rats from climbing aboard ships. This device, known as a rat guard, spins freely and prevents rodents from advancing along the ropes. It is so effective that it is still used on modern ships. Sometimes the best solutions do not require advanced technology, only a clever idea. The Wimbledon Championships is the oldest tennis tournament in the world, starting in 1877. All players must wear white strawberries and cream are served to spectators, and the courts are natural grass. British royalty attends every year. Wimbledon is not just a tournament, it is a ceremony of sport where elegance and history meet. Scientists at Osmo have managed to transmit smells from one place to another. This breakthrough makes it possible to replicate the aroma of an object and send it digitally so someone else can smell it remotely. It could transform medicine, gastronomy, and marketing by creating more immersive experiences. Imagine smelling a flower from another country. The future smells promising, literally. In 1886, Carl Benz built the first gasoline-powered car in history, the Benz Patent Motor Wagon. It was a 3-wheeled vehicle with a single-cylinder engine, capable of reaching about 10 miles per hour. His wife Bertha Benz became the first person to take a long-distance automobile journey, proving its reliability. An invention that changed the world forever. Vanilla ice cream remains the most popular flavor in the world. Its smooth taste pairs with almost everything from warm pies to iced coffee. It originated centuries ago when vanilla was a luxury reserved for royalty. Today it is a favorite across continents and serves as the base for countless new flavors. The ultimate classic, simple and irresistible. The Cobra maneuver is an aerial technique used by fighter jets. When the aircraft suddenly pitches upward, almost vertically, braking sharply in midair. It allows pilots to evade missiles or rapidly change direction. It requires extremely precise flight control and highly trained pilots. Watching it is like seeing a bird freeze in the air and pivot with impossible elegance. The Xhosa language is one of the 11 official languages of South Africa. It is mainly spoken in the Eastern Cape and is closely related to Zulu. It is both a tonal and click consonant language with high and low tones and 3 different click types. A linguistic system as complex as it is fascinating. A Vietnamese engineer designed a boat shaped like a flying saucer. Its circular design gives it greater stability on the water, even in strong waves. It is made from materials such as carbon fiber and runs on electric power. Thus, this vessel could revolutionize water transportation, especially in tourist areas or rough waters. In Japan, you can buy gourmet canned cakes from vending machines. Despite being sealed in cans, they maintain a soft texture and delicious flavor. Each can contains layers of sponge cake cream and fruit arranged beautifully. They have become very popular among young people and tourists. Eating canned cake on the street has never been so tasty or photogenic. Daisuke Samejima is a Japanese artist who paints ultra-realistic scenes on spheres. At first glance, they look like photographs taken with a 360-degree camera, but they are entirely painted. From portraits to cityscapes, he captures incredible detail on curved surfaces. The spheres become miniature worlds that shift perspective as you rotate them. And in Scotland, the Barra Airport allows planes to land directly on the beach. Flights depend on the tides. When night falls, locals help illuminate the runway with vehicle headlights or flashlights. Flight schedules change according to weather and waves. Seeing a plane land on wet sand with golden reflections is truly unique. Lane-changing machines can move concrete barriers on highways to reorganize traffic. They work like a mechanical snake, lifting and shifting lane dividers as they slowly advance. In the morning, they open more lanes toward downtown, and in the evening, toward the suburbs. A practical solution that makes traffic flow smarter. In Japan, Coca-Cola releases unique flavored versions, ranging from green tea to peach or salted lemon. And while these special editions stand out for their taste and for bottles decorated with seasonal themed designs, some are available only for a limited time or in specific regions. Another example of how Japan blends tradition, innovation, and a love for the unusual. And that brings us to the end of this hour of fascinating facts. If you enjoyed it, do not forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you do not miss the next video.